Good morning. I'm James Werner, and I'm co-founder of Silicon Hills Wealth in Austin, Texas. And the mission of our firm is really quite simple. It's to be invested. We want to be invested in every aspect of our clients' lives. We want to be invested in the careers and the success of our team members. And we want to be positively invested in the advancement of our community. And that community is both social and professional. Today, if we're really honest with each other, is a very exciting time, but it's also a little terrifying. We all have these wonderful new resources and technologies that are at our fingertips. But the real challenge is, how do we integrate those into our business model? How do we use those to improve the client experience? How do we use our technology to deepen our connections with the clients that we serve and the team members that we work alongside? And to me, that's FlexGen. In part, FlexGen is a mindset, but the real challenge is to channel that mindset into the development and creation of a FlexGen ecosystem. An environment where the client's needs, wishes, and concerns are at the center. An environment where the advisor, the team member, and trusted partners interact with the client, both in conjunction with one another and independent of one another. An environment where technology facilitates that collaboration. Bless you. An environment where everybody works together on behalf of the client, but also in support of each other. An environment where everybody wins. So how do we do that? How do we start creating a FlexGen environment? I would suggest to start with your office. Our office today looks nothing like it did 10 years ago. We've gotten rid of all the traditional conference rooms. We've replaced them with smaller, more collaborative meeting spaces, where our advisors and team members sit next to the client, accessing multiple monitors, whiteboards. It's a collaborative experience where everybody has value, everybody feels like they're a part of the team, and occasionally the client gets to take the wheel, which they really, really enjoy. The other part of our office that's changed is we've developed spaces that are just designated specifically to virtual planning. We're trying to get clients to come into our office who don't want to come in, and we're trying to get clients to interact with us on a virtual level who would rather come in. We have a new video wall. It was an idea of one of our millennial team members, and I hated it at first, but it is so cool. We have a room that we call the huddle room. It's a place for collaboration. It's open to advisors and team members. They can go in and out of throughout the day. They can ask for help, share new ideas, or just collaborate on what's going on day to day. But the important part is, whatever your office and whatever your practice, your office should be a natural extension of your client experience. Your office should speak not to how you did business 10 years ago. It should speak to how you do business today. But more importantly, it should also speak to your clients and your team members about how you're going to do business in the future. But you know, the best office in the world is still sticks and bricks. This is and always will be a people business. So you have to ask yourself, who are our people? And as a leader, what am I doing to empower them? You know, I think you'll hear a lot of people talk about empowering your clients and empowering your team members, but I want to talk about a forgotten group. What about our partners? Who are they? You know, fundamentally, being a partner means considering someone else's success as equally valuable to your own. It requires doing something for someone else without the slightest expectation of anything in return. You know, in our business, it's so easy to be a subscriber or a customer. But being a partner is difficult. It requires trust. It requires sharing. And it also requires something else. It requires that everybody in this room reject the notion that we are competitors. We are the future of this industry. We are partners. And when we act in partnership, we win. I invite anybody in here to go to our website. If you see a single idea on there that you think will make your practice better, make your clients' lives better, please take it and run with it. There's no original ideas in our business. We don't own anything. We put it out there and we share it. And the only thing that we ask is when you take an idea that we've presented to you and you make it better, please send it back. Now let's talk just for a second about technology. You know, technology can be really great, but if our customers don't use it, is it really great? So we have clients that are fearful of technology. They're a little apprehensive about it. I'm sure you have some too, right? I see some heads going up and down. But we also have those clients who expect technology to be perfect. And so what I would really urge you to do is sit down with your clients and talk to them about your technology, but introduce that technology, just like you would introduce a friend or a team member. Because think about it, what's eMoney really? eMoney is a member of our team. eMoney works 24/7. eMoney never takes a sick day. eMoney is totally committed to transparency and collaboration. But you know what else? Like all other members of our team, occasionally eMoney needs our help. eMoney doesn't work if the client doesn't participate. eMoney doesn't work if we don't participate. A true FlexGen firm does not look at technology as a potential replacement for their human talent, because both are irreplaceable. Finally, I want to spend just a second talking about diversity, and not diversity in the way you might think. I'm going to talk about just one thing. If you are the sole owner, sole decision maker, and sole point of contact for your clients, you've got a long way to go. We have a succession planning crisis in our industry. You can read it every day. Conventional wisdom says that that's a failure to plan. I don't believe that. I believe it's a failure to share. It's a failure to value. Because aligning yourself with a talented team that has diversity of background and skill set is just the first step. You have to empower those people. You have to give them a voice in the critical decisions of your firm. You have to give them a seat at the table with your most valuable asset and trust them with your clients. When you do that, you'll have a firm that has value into the future. You'll have a firm that people want to be a part of, that people want to own a piece of. Your succession planning issues will vanish. And finally, as you go forward into your mission, I would urge you to think about impact over profit. How can we make a difference? What can we do better? Who can we empower? If you answer the impact question, the profit question takes care of itself. And now I'd like to invite all the other members of the FlexGen to come up on stage with me. How about a round of applause for all these guys? You know, these are just a few of the faces of FlexGen. Passionate people, talented people, people okay taking risks, people okay doing it differently. People that are focused on next practices and not past practices. But guess what? There's an entire auditorium filled with FlexGen faces. Get to know each other, connect with each other, partner with each other, share with each other, and win with each other. You've got a great partner with eMoney, and you've got a great room full of people. Don't waste it. So who's with me? Who's going to rise up and be part of the FlexGen? Anybody? Are you going to embrace change in favor of the status quo? Are you going to focus on next practices instead of past practices? Are you going to learn how to serve the underserved? Are you going to learn how to meet people where they are? Are you going to commit to empowering your people and your partners? And finally, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, you get home from a day's work and look in the mirror, are you going to be able to tell yourself, yes, today I made a difference? And if you can, that's FlexGen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's my